2024 has been a year of seismic shifts, where the landscapes of power, economy, and technology were redefined globally. From the shadows of cyber espionage to the forefront of economic alliances, from groundbreaking environmental commitments to ongoing and emerging conflicts, this year has reshaped our global narrative. Welcome to Mwaki Insights, your comprehensive guide to 2024's pivotal moments. If you're here to decode the year's complexities, hit that subscribe button. Let's explore this transformative year together. 2024 marked a year of profound geopolitical realignment. In January 2025, BRICS expanded, welcoming Belarus, Bolivia, Cuba, Indonesia, Kazakhstan, Malaysia, Thailand, Uganda, and Uzbekistan, significantly boosting its economic and geopolitical influence. On January 28, 2024, the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, declared their departure from ECOWAS, prompting a re-evaluation of regional security and economic ties in West Africa. The conflict in Ukraine saw intensified cyber warfare, with Russia targeting Ukrainian infrastructure, leading NATO to launch its largest military exercise since the Cold War, Steadfast Defender. In the Middle East, China mediated the restoration of diplomatic ties between Iran and Saudi Arabia in early 2024, although the Israel-Hamas conflict continued, with ceasefire talks repeatedly failing. In Africa, Ethiopia's port deal with Somaliland in January sparked tensions with Somalia, eventually mediated by Algeria. The dissolution of the Republic of Artsakh after Azerbaijan's recapture underscored the volatility of territorial disputes. Cyber espionage surged, with China's alleged infiltration of 81,000 firewall devices in December 2024, highlighting the new frontier of digital warfare. Ghana's new president made headlines by announcing the closure of US military bases, a move resonating across Africa about sovereignty and military presence. Economically, 2024 was a year of recalibration and innovation. With global GDP growth at 2.4%, inflation began to cool, but the year was marked by significant policy shifts. Donald Trump's election in the US promised a return to protectionism, with threats of 100% tariffs on BRICS nations engaging in de-dollarization. Though these threats were not yet enacted by year's end, China countered the economic slowdown with one of its largest stimulus packages in June, influencing global markets. The de-dollarization movement saw incremental steps with more bilateral trade agreements in local currencies among BRICS nations, though no common currency was established. Cryptocurrency markets experienced wild swings. After an early year surge, regulatory actions in major economies led to corrections. Environmental, social, and governance (ESG) investing became more mainstream, facing pushback in some regions, but gaining traction in others. The discovery of vast gold deposits in Uganda was announced, with initial overstatements corrected to a more realistic one, to $2 trillion, highlighting the potential for economic transformation, but also the challenges of resource management. In 2024, the world witnessed remarkable advancements in environmental and technological arenas. China's unprecedented production of over 10 million electric vehicles set a new benchmark in sustainable transportation. At international summits, climate action took center stage, with nations striving for net zero targets amidst escalating temperatures. On the tech front, AI's integration into daily life surged, bolstered by NVIDIA's cutting-edge AI developer kit, offering advanced capabilities at lower costs. The rise in state-sponsored cyber attacks underscored the critical need for robust cybersecurity, driving the adoption of quantum-resistant encryption. In a historic move, Mexico elected Claudia Sheinbaum as its first female president in June, signaling a potential shift in Latin American environmental policies. Despite remarkable technological and economic strides, 2024 was overshadowed by persistent conflicts and severe humanitarian crises. The war in Ukraine raged on, with cyber warfare emerging as a critical and evolving battleground. The Middle East remained a powder keg, as the Israel-Hamas conflict inflicted relentless suffering in Gaza, despite sporadic ceasefire efforts. In Africa, Sudan's civil war escalated, creating one of the most dire humanitarian crises, displacing millions. The Horn of Africa experienced rising tensions, with Ethiopia's maritime ambitions sparking regional disputes. Europe grappled with a surge in migration, as political debates intensified over handling new waves of refugees fleeing conflict zones and climate change impacts. As we look towards 2025, several intriguing trends are set to unfold. The de-dollarization movement could gain momentum, potentially leading to a more decentralized global economy. Climate action is expected to accelerate, with technological innovations playing a pivotal role in achieving sustainability goals. The conflicts in Ukraine and the Middle East might see renewed diplomatic efforts or escalations, driven by shifting international alliances or internal political changes. AI's integration into global security and the economy will likely necessitate new regulatory frameworks. The U.S. policy under Trump could lead to a more isolationist or confrontational stance, impacting global trade and alliances. Meanwhile, the integration of new BRICS members might start showing tangible economic and political effects, potentially reshaping global governance. Africa, with its recent political shifts and resource discoveries, could emerge as a focal point for both economic opportunities and geopolitical strategies. 2024 has fundamentally altered our perception of global interdependence, conflict, and innovation. If this comprehensive review of the year's key events has provided valuable insights, give us a like, subscribe for more detailed analyses of global developments, and share this video to spark conversations on navigating our collective future. Thank you for being part of Mwaki Insights, where we unravel the intricacies of our ever-evolving world.